for minimum max, if we want to know for this part, this is all the array. If we want to know the minimum here, or like this one, minimum here and minimum here, basically we have the function say what is minimum from I to j, right? So we want to quickly know what is the minimum, and there's no good way to do that, right? So you gotta be, because every time you compare is time is not that good, so we gotta using the array to save like waste the space to save time. So there's a technique called sparse array. The sparse array, what we gotta do is the basic idea. Sparse array, just remember sparse array, okay? Remember, so basically the idea is for like this is what you want to query. This is one to query, right? This is every I to j. Turn this one to column. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A. Here you also have 1 to A. Turn this one to A. Then you have here you build 2D here for the 0 and the 1 and 2 and 3. So what 0 mean is like length 1, 2, 0, okay? The length is 2, 0. What 1 is the length is 2, 1, and so on. So in the beginning, for length 1, definitely you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A himself, because length only 1. Then you talk about length 2, right? For the length 2, you were using these two, right? To compare. So you basically got something, right? Got 2, you got something, keep doing, right? So for this length 2, length 2, you're using this length 2, right? Let's say 5 length 2 here, right? Basically you're just using the just previous one, right? Just previously the column here, the value here to compare. You only need that 2, right? So let's say for 4, right? For 4, much easier. Let's say for 4, if you calculation 4, if you do calculation 1 to 4, this length is 4, what do you do? Right? Length is 4, you say you only need this 2 and this 2, right? You compare this 2 and this 2, right? You just like this and this is what you want, okay? So if you calculation length A, so what you gotta do? You just need for 1. This is 1, right? So we just know. So if you calculation, let's say F1 3, right? If you calculate 1, 3, you're using the 2 because you're using F1 and 2 and the plus F5 and 2, right? 5 and 2. This is 5 and 2 using this one. So sorry, it should be here. If you want to calculation, this one for the maximum, you only need this and this, right? Yeah, so sparse array, like basically this is the idea. So this is a log to n, right? So for this one, you can like around 1,000. You can probably get to 1,000 here, 1,000, maybe more than 1,000, 10,000 here, right? 1,000 is 32, yeah, maybe 1,000 here, and you can easily do that. So this is sparse array. So when you query back is same thing. Same thing. So basically this sparse array idea, we don't need to like go too deep. We just need to have the code ready. So basically this is the sparse array here. We say sparse array here, right? So basically field the power is a, yeah, we got a pre-built power table. Power table is for this one. We've got pre-built power table to query that one. Then in the beginning, right? And we know which log it is, right? Log 2 is quickly know how many number you have, right? So the maximum log you have. Basically the column size, how big it is. Then you first initial 0, right? When you initial 0, so 0 means length 1, you initial this one, and 0 must be himself. And when you calculation second one, what you try to do, right, is the log, right? And you have the step half, right? So basically for this one, if you, right, you have a x to that one, you say, okay, we got a maximum here and here. So the y plus x is the step, right? So let's say we do the, see, this is L minus 1. This is previously column here. That mean L minus 1. Let's, if we calculation 3 is L, 2 is previous this one, right? So if your calculation, let's say 1, for the 1, 3, definitely we need a 1, 2, and what is half? Half is the one we calculating here, half is the 4 here. So we calculation with half and 4, right? And keep going until for this one we're already done. We don't need a, because cover all the case, right? So for here we keep doing 2, 2, 2 until stopping here. You don't need to, if you already cover that one, you don't need to keep building. So this is the sparse array, right? Yeah, if x plus this one is already past that things, you don't need it, okay? Yeah, but you can overlap. Overlap is okay. Overlap still, for the maximum, you have this range maximum, this range maximum. If this guy overlap, when you took the both maximum, is still the maximum, right? So yeah, that's whole thing. When you keep query, yeah, this is query sparse. Where you query it just keep query back here, just like it's calculation that one. So yeah, we don't want to spend time to do that. This is just a basic idea, sparse array. Also, we have another things is yeah, query we have to introduce basic idea too, right? If it's 2, 5, let's say 2, 5. 2, 5, what do we do, right? 2, 5, you find a 5, you find a log here. 5 is one log here, right? 5, you're using 2, not enough, right? 2, 2, not enough. So you gotta use 4, 4. What is 4? So you're using this 4. You gotta quickly find that you were using this 4. Wait, where's 4? Yeah. So use 4. 4 is here, right? So use this 4 and that 4, okay? Then just overlap this 2. You just always get 2 query, right? So see that here, you just always get. So when query is very fast, it just compare 2, you will get the answer. This is like a instance, right? You got to query that because you know all the half, you know the half range, you can easily query back. So this query is no time. Build might take some time. Query in no time. Another maximum. Another one is a simple one. You don't need a sparse array. Techniques like this is code here, pseudo code here. Another one is a prefix. Prefix is like you just keep calculation here. Prefix for this one, which is maximum, right? And using this maximum, keep compare that one, keep compare, and you got a prefix. So prefix max. Prefix max also sort of using. Sometimes we need to know this range here, prefix, right? Total range. Prefix problem is not, you got it from the beginning, right? It's not like the sparse array, you can query any range. So prefix goes from the beginning. You gotta quickly know that sometimes the question only need your prefix. It don't need it so fancy. But it's for fancy we know sparse array also can do the same thing. Another one is the reverse one, right? Suffix here. Suffix maximum. So go back here. So find this one. Using this one to compare. I got this one and keep going like the reverse build. You've got to build a suffix, and also this need to start from here. So this is also two way to find out max. CCC, I think, if you have sparse array, is okay, but if you don't have prefix, suffix, CCC don't test you so many techniques, just test you how to solve this problem. Let's look at this one. This is a difficult question, and so basically you have order. This you have array, right? It's just like number from 1 to n. It must, so this keywords must visit in order. So you gotta keep going, and you can visit at most. This is also hard. K attraction per day, and want to plan the trip to take the. So first, this is the first one. You're gonna match this one. Fewest number day first. This is the first part, and based on this one, then you can say under these conditions, then you want to make this value, sum value as bigger as possible, maximum sum. So maximum sum for this one, right? For this one, 3. So you can visit most of 3. So you cannot do 3 day because you must be finished 2 day because you have 2 day, you're done already, right? You cannot put a 3 day. You must do in 2 day, and the number you can do here, you can do. So yeah, let's for 25714. We analyze this problem first and try to solve this one. 257. How come the pen's like this? 25714. Yeah, we in 2 day must finish. Okay. So what do we have to do? If we start from 1 day, go here. This one cannot. If we do the brute force, right? So because there's not enough to finish in 2 days. So 2, 5, that was good. Then finish that one. If we do this one, here is 5, here is 7. Total should be 12. That was good. And we keep this maximum. And after we do here 2, 5, 7, 1, 4, right? So this is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. Fell, right? And 2, 5, 7, 1. Cannot, because every day you cannot go, every day you only can go 3. So basically this is the idea. Alright, first we gotta solve this master K things. You can view the K, so we know how many days we have, right? We know this number n divided by this number K, n divided by the K, right? So if this more, this one just stay. If not, like just plus 1. So like that. So for this one is 2 days. So it'll be 2 days, right? So obviously this is DP. So we want to use the previous number to calculation the next number. But how to do DP? Was first of all, what is DP state, right? So DP state. So basically for that kind of things, this is our value here. If we know this one, then we can jump into here, right? So what is DP state, right? So first we need to pass this one. It's very difficult. So we gotta spend. It's not a computer problem. This first is a math problem. Then here, what do we say here is like for this every day for this one, we know how many day here. Then the K, we can cut this one to each chunk here. Basically, this is the idea, right? The K. Let's say this is a K day. For this K is 3. So every day you gotta go 3 here, right? The next one has got a 3. Let's say 3, keep going 3. And here my 2 day. Let's say A day. Let's say you have A 3 day finish. Also like this one, 3, something like that, right? And so for this 2 here, so we have DP here. This is we can consider day 2. We can consider day I. Day I. Let's say this is I. This is I. This is I plus 1. We can say day I. With DP, we can define a day I ending to what day, right? Ending to where, right? So we say day I must ending to where. So this day 1 for the 1, right? Let's say for example day 2. Day 2 can we ending here? If day 2 ending here, let's say first we have 2 day. First we go here, second day here. So day 2 ending here, right? If day 2 ending here, then there's no way to finish this task, right? If day 2 ending here, you must use more than 1 day to go this one, right? So day 2 must ending at least here, right? But can day 2 go here? We cannot, because you have 1 here. You cannot go day 2, cannot go here. So the minimum gotta be here. Maximum gotta go here. So the day 2, right? Day 2 ending. So now we pass this part, analyze. So day 2 ending, the minimum will be here. And maximum will be here. So this is day 2. Right? 3 will be same. 3, 4, 4. So first of all, we using the array to cut this one's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, keep going on. So this one, right? So this what that mean is day 2 must ending at least here, a maximum here, day 2, right? Now we can have DP, right? Now we can have DP. We say this is this one, day 4. Like say this is 4, DP4. DP4 is DP4. Now we know is day 2, right? With day 2 must landing here, right? And this is DP5. That's one with DP5. This is DP6. DP6, right? So in the beginning, the DP 1, 2, 3 must be himself, right? Just maximum himself. Like for example here 2, 5. What is 2, 5 something? 2, 5, 7, 1, 4, right? 2, 5, 7, 1, 4. In the beginning, must be DP. Let's say DP must be 2, 5, 7. In the beginning, right? Just using the prefix. 2, 5, 7 prefix, right? And here, if we landing to here, what are we gonna do? If we're landing here, there's 2. There's how many we have, right? We have go from here. If we and landing here, jumping here. Or we landing here, jumping here. Or we landing here, jumping here, right? Basically like this. So for here is DP, right? This is DP1, so DP. So we have this DP. This previously we have maximum here. We know this DP. Now we try to make sure this is good. So this one we can, what we can do for this one, we can know this is what is maximum here, right? And plus here. So basically we have DP1 and the plus here we have maybe let's say we have sparse array max here, max 2 and 4, right? Max 2 and 4. In between max 2 and 4, what is maximum? Add up. This is 1. Also, we have dp2. If we jump into start from here, then we dp2 is what number, and we max 3 and 4, right? And now we start dp3, and the max 4 and 4, right? Then we just keep looping. Then we can keep building, and you got the answer, right? So once we pass the first step is very important, and the second step we do here, right? So, and the problem is this is the k and the n is 10 power 6, 10 power 6. K is 10 power 6. If you keep looping here, and if you keep looping here, if you keep cutting here, looping, cutting here, looping. So for every number you keep looping. This is n squared, O(n) squared. So this might get some point, right? This might get some point, but it will be TLE, right? So then you see it will be TLE. There must be the other way to figure out what's going on here, right? It must be. So basically we cannot do the looping. So we cannot do the looping, so we're still back to the math. We gotta math solve this problem. Basically we back to this 1 1 1 2 2 2 here, right? This is the key here. We know this one. Now we need to know if we cannot looping, we cannot cutting here, keep cutting here, and do the looping. And for this, each one looping one, but we figure out if we go here and let's say so for this one, let's say for example, for this one, you need to be start from here, right? You cannot start from here. It need to be start from here and ending here. So this one, right? So we don't know the range. So if I, this is I, and this gotta be I minus K, right? So you gotta be start from here. Cannot start from here and here, right? So basically like that, yeah. And so I think it's hard to get this part. So basically the idea is every time we could consider if we start from here, right? If we, for example, we pick this start from here, go there, right? If we start from here, what is the maximum, right? This one, start from here, go here. What is the maximum, right? So if we start from here, what is the maximum? And so if we know this is maximum, right? If we know this one, like say, what is our number here? 2571, 25714, yeah. 25714, right? Let's see for here, right? If we know here, let's say if this one, we know this one is the best number here, which one is best, right? So it's obviously like say if we don't consider here, we don't consider. The idea is don't consider this part. Don't consider this part. We only consider here, right? We only split from this part. The idea is split this part. This is not relevant. it's hard to say, right? So if we split this part with this one, so this split only took ON time, right? We have split this one, but we now based on this one, right? We split this one, save some answer, then for this answer we all using that split one. So basically it's 2 ON time. Is not n squared. How he did that? How he did that? So okay, his idea is pretty good. So basically, let's say here we cut here, right? So first go, let's start from here. It's the reverse, right? We got reverse here. So basically, if we start from here, right? This we have dp here. If we start from here, definitely this dp, right? If we start from here, we will take the dp here. Anyway, dp won't be. Anyway, this is the one, so it should be. So there's one way. So one way is always jump into here, then use this maximum, right? Always, this is biggest, right? Another way is split, which one is the best? So for example here, we first always go here. Always using that one, definitely 7. So we use 7, right? We store 7 here, 7, and if we split, right? Split 2. We can say 2 here, right? 2, 7. If we split here, 2. We first took 2 and took this one is what? This is 7. This is 2 and 7. It should be 9. Right? Also we took here, split. We still split, try, right? And here is 5 and 12, right? And here, we split here, it will be 7, right? 7. We split from here, and split here. We just split here. Like if never split, just using the all of them. Don't split. This is don't split is 7, split here 12, and this is 12, right? So we say we always took the maximum here, right? We took the maximum, right? Yeah, here we have 2 array here. Well, this is the, so this is split. This is not split. Not split is 7, right? Took here. And the second one, it will be also 7, 7, everything 7, right? 7, 7, 7. Should be all 7, 7, no matter what. Right? So we have this array. This is 2 array here. One array is we have like took all. If we took all, this all 7, 7, 7, right? If we split, one array took out, right? If we split here, it's 7, right? If we split here, it's 12. If we split here, it's 9, right? If we split here, it's 9, right? Yeah. But we do the compare. We don't use 9. 9 is a loser here, right? 9 is a loser here, right? So every time we will compare which was best, right? So if I see the 9 previously a better one, I will promote this one to 12. This one promote this one to 12. This is the previous 7, right? And here we cut this one here. It'd be like a nugget, right? So put it here is 12. Here is 12, right? But this one is bigger than this one. We don't need to promote. But here, when cutting here, 2 and 7, put 9. 9, we go 9. We won't try that one. So we say this one is not good. So we have 12, right? So 12. So what that means is because why we build this one is here, let's say if here we will go back to here, right? If like say if we calculation this dp, we will go back this one, 1, 2, 3. If we use this dp, we already go back to this one, 1, 2, right? Go back will be here. So if we go here, we find what is best. 12 is the best. So we won't go, like say, if we 1, go here, right? If 1, I'm gonna go back here, I can try this split. Split with here, or can split here, right? We can have 3 split. But this 3 split, I will took the maximum. It won't took like this split. This split, it won't beat, like for example, this split. It will never be this split, right? This split will never be the other split. So it will be like always this one win, so we will put this win, right? So if 1, go back here. In here, we already, so this one go back here. This one in here have 3 choice. So I would compare this one, compare all the 3 choices. But this coding is kind of like every time, coding is fancy. Coding every time I have this result. Every time we build this result, you copy here. Just copy here. Yeah, oh, coding also. Also, you need to save some time, right? Okay, so now we have this one split. As always, took that one, right? So we have 2 here. This is always took that, right? So now what do we do here? Why we need 2 already? Now this idea is very fancy. Is it's took that, say like, let's say for this one is go back 3, right? Let's go back 3 here. If we calculations 3, we go back this already, right? We have 7 or 9, right? 7 or 9. So we have this one here. The maximum either bigger, right? So the maximum for this one, it's either bigger for this maximum right here. Whatever you do here, either bigger or either small, right? Small. Right? If this one is always bigger than that guy, if here this 3 number maximum is bigger than that guy, just plus this one here, right? If this one is less than this guy, it's just using this less. So what do we do here? So this idea is kind of like so instead of this one keep break, it just say if this 2 number compare this 2 number, right? If it's bigger, using that method, right? If it's less, using this method. Then after, it just compares this 2, which one is bigger, which one is small. Then you get the correct number. Not sure if say is very clear. Let me think how to say that clear. Yeah, let's use another one. Say here. So what the move here? This is still math problem. If you don't think about this one, you cannot never figure out this one, right? So basically, when you play this game here, if this 2, let's say maximum, if this range, let's say this range, we calculation, let's say I, right? I will, because first we're already cutting the piece. That's very important. This is the base. Then we have this 2, let's say we're calculating I. Anyway, here is range, right? So yeah, let's make a bigger one. So basically, This is a bunch of them. This is another range, right? Basically, this range is very important, right? So this is called square root QA, square root DP something. It's not square root. This just he already separate for you, right? He already separate for you. Sometimes you give you 1 million, not 1 million. Yeah, probably 10 power 9 something like this array to do something. And there's a array called, there's a method called square root, right? So you square root this one, you got number, and you, k equal to this one, and you got each chunk is the k, and you pre-calculation this one. Once you calculation this one finished, and we give any range here, so you get any range here, you just like this one already have the answer, and for this one you do the brute force, for this one you do the brute force, and end up you, when you do the query here, is reduced to square root, right? Square root 10 power 5, 4, or something like that, right? So this is a kind of a similar idea here. So what do we do here? We have this k and k here, right? And what we do here, we said if this, let's say we calculation this, if we calculation dp, this dp, if we landing to that 2 day, someday landing to here, if this period compare this period, right? If it's bigger, if this is bigger, if this maximum is bigger than this maximum, then what you do? You will not split somewhere, right? You won't split somewhere. You will definitely took the maximum dp here and plus this maximum, definitely like this, right? If this one is bigger than that one, right? But somehow, if this one is smaller than this one, if this one is smaller than this one, and you were not using this at all, you're just using here, right? So basically, that's why we say we build something for this one is not using at all. We split by ourselves, find a maximum, and here we say this is bigger. Then every chunk we do this way. Then you solve this problem, right? And here we do the code part. Code part is, if we review the code part, I'll leave you to think out how to code, right? Basically, we introduce there's a day, we have day, right? So this is one. So this is, we have day array. Basically, we have day array. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is a 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Something like that. We have day array, right? Then for the beginning this day, for the beginning dp just prefix. So we just initial this dp, right? For this 257, what is that? 25714. Yeah, 257. This is the initial one. Then we looping each chunk, each one, every k, keep looping like this, keep looping. For every k, first of all, we gotta build this one, right? Build this one. So here you can build one thing. You can also build a 3 array, right? This is from right side. Always to the right side. So from right side, maximum in the right. So if maximum in the right, so you always took that one. So basically this is 777, right? 7 dp. You took the maximum dp. If maximum in the left, so what do? You just do the looping. We'll do the looping here. Looping you don't do here because you from here do the looping. And every time if this looping, if this cutting be that guy, and you store here, right? So basically here is 7. and here is 12, here is 7, here's 12, and here when you're cutting here, it would be 2 and 7 is 9, 9, but the 9, we don't say 9. 9 is less than 12, right? Does that mean if you people using here, if people jumping back here, like say here for this, if you're talking this column, it will be here, right? The maximum we're jumping to here. I will not using 9 because I will not, that means I will not cutting here. I will always using here to cutting here, right? This is my maximum, right? After this one finished, DP finished, then now we start to calculation. Pre-build this one finished, then we calculation for that one, for DP4. For DP4 we go back. For DP4, where do we go? We go to here, right? This is the maximum we can go. For this part, the maximum is 7, and plus, what do we do? Plus with 271, right? Original 2714, if 1, so total is 8, right? And here, we go back here, we find a 12, right? Left side win, so it's 12. So this one, 12 compared with 8, okay, this win, 12 wins, so answer will be 12, right? So if we go here, what do? We jumping back to, we're back to here, maximum get back to here, right? If we back here, we find out here, the right side still, if right side, took all the right side, still 7. But here we took right side, it will be cutting this one, 12, we already have this calculation 12, and we have like 7 compared with 7, right? Here the maximum 14 be 11, right? Here be 11. 7 plus this part 14 will be 11, and this one be 12. Compare. Okay, still 12 wins. So here still 12. So at the end, we output this one will be the answer, right? If you have another array, let's say 6 array, right? If I have another array here, right? If we have another array, any array X here, we will back to here. Here we find a 7, 7. Actually, this makes sense because for this one, you have no choice. You must pick this one. So 7, 7 here, and plus any number here, and 7 plus the number here, the maximum number here. For this maximum number, you don't need a sparse array. You can do prefix, right? Prefix max. So this prefix max. You took the prefix max because start from here to the end here, right? This is working. Because prefix my request, you always have start from here. If you're working, just prefix everything, right? So you gotta build the prefix for each chunk and suffix for each chunk, right? Here, why we need a suffix? Because when you go here, you want to know here, if you're cutting here for this maximum, you cannot use a prefix, right? You need a suffix. Luckily, we have a suffix we need from the last one go here, so suffix. So here called suffix array, you also can find a minimum, or max to do that compare. That are gonna be working here. So the coding is also very good. I will not showing here, so let's practice this one.